Badabooms, you mentioned the Jets here. I did want to get to this third topic number 3 on the Sal Licata Show, episode number 1. Dante Moore deciding that he's going to return to Oregon. And everybody's like, oh, no, he's not going to be the Jet quarterback now. Nobody wants to play for the Jets. I think that's such bullshit. People will want to put. Can you mute your thing there, Badabooms, here? Because I don't know what the. Yeah. Come on, Badabooms. What are we doing here? You dropping shit. You pen all this stuff. Anyway, the idea that Dante Moore doesn't want to be a Jet or that other players, nobody in this draft wants to be a Jet. Get the hell out of here with that. I will say that I think that this is the best case scenario for the Jets. Forget about Moore. Nobody cares about him anymore from a Jets perspective because he's going back to Oregon, so he's out of the picture. From a Jets perspective, I think this is the best thing that you could possibly ask for because they now I don't know if they were in love with him or felt forced to take the quarterback. They should not be forced to take a quarterback. And maybe now this helps them not force the issue and take a quarterback at number 2 that's going to have to come in here and yet again be a savior for a franchise that has begged other quarterbacks, whether it be Aaron Rodgers, whether it be Sam Darnold, whether it be Zach Wilson, whatever, Geno Smith, on and on and on. They have begged quarterbacks to come in here. Instead of being a part of a team, a foundation that was already built, it's been about trying to bring in guys to be the savior. And I think if they asked that of Dante Moore, it would have failed miserably just like it did before. As a matter of fact, I think if they did that of Fernando Mendoza, it will fail miserably. Nobody is going to come in and save the Jets. No Superman quarterback. They need to build this thing, and that's what they're trying to do. And it's important that with all the draft picks that Muji and Glenn have amassed here, they hit on these, start to build the foundation, and then go get the quarterback. So I think it's actually a great day with the news of Dante Moore saying he's going to return to Oregon and now be out of the mix for the Jets with that second pick. Let's bring back in Badabooms here. You could unmute your mic there. I don't know what all that noise is. What are you doing over there? What are you drinking, soda or something? What's going on?
I'm getting ready. I don't want to throw out any soda names. We got deals we're looking to make here, so I don't want to shoot the load there. I don't want to bust too early, as it says behind you.
That's busting and surviving. John Starks, you heard of him?
Yeah, of course. He's in Nick collection.
Okay, I'm just making sure. How old are you, Badabooms?
22. My Nick team is more J.R. Sweezy. A little Nick.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
That's my guy with the Hendo.
Oh, I bet you love Mello, too, don't you?
I do love Mello. That was my guy growing up.
Come on, man.
Listen to me. I was always a J.R. Smith guy. He had so much aura. He had all the tats, and he was always busting out the Hendo.
What's Hendo?
The Hennessy.
Oh, okay. Hendo. That must be young. No, I've heard of Hennessy. Like Tupac talking about Hennessy. Hendo? I'm not sure what that's about. All right, give me your thoughts on Dante Moore and the Jets. Your Jetsies.
Jetsies. I've never heard that one before.
It's an affectionate term.
Yeah, okay, I like it. I 100% agree with your opinion there. And my first thought when the Moore news broke was, this is great because they don't have to force their hand. Where I did think it was a negative is I had the idea of trading this pick. Because, now I know it sounds a little crazy, who else is going to be so desperate to take the quarterback where it's really the Jets, if you look at it? I mean, there's the Cardinals in there. I would never trade with Miami. I wouldn't arm an in-division opponent, especially a rival. But, from that perspective, it does hurt, the potential of trading it. Now, they don't have to get caught up in their hand being forced. I think you talk about there's not a savior, there's not a Superman. There is one. And his bloodline has brought New York to the promised land before. We just can't touch him right now. We have to keep him in his glass case. We have to preserve him on the shelf. I think the O-line's built. Let's get another receiver in there. Draft majority defense this year because there's not even a Rutgers or Division II Sacred Heart University player on defense who's going to be on this team next year. Let's build the D. Let's get another receiver in there. And then the Manning will take his throne across the street.
Okay, now I need to bring a little dose of reality here. Are you familiar with what happened when Peyton Manning was supposed to come out of college in, 97?
The first time I ever saw Peyton Manning on a television, I was informed of that. And every time he gets shown on a television, I'm always informed of that.
Do you really think that they're going to let Arch Manning go to the Jets?
My thought process is give them a reason to not say that. Draft the right guys this year, and I have a lot of faith in Darren Muji. He seems like he knows what he's doing. Once, his picture started to come along at the deadline, and they said, hey, We are not going for it this year. We can get assets. Let's go. And I think his first round picks he's hit so far, knock on wood. Getting 2-0 tackles, it's not sexy by any means. That's what you have to do. That's why there wasn't, who was blocking for Darnold? Brandon Shell? Like,
Right.
do you remember who Brandon Shell was?
I mean, I remember the name, but no, I'm not. Come on, man. What do you think? I
Hey,
care
that's what
about
I'm
the offensive?
saying. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
no.
saying. But you know Olu Fashanu, you know Armand Membu, like you know these guys. You
Well,
should have
I knew
seen.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Nick Mangold. That's how they see. To me,
Yeah,
Mangini built that team. Mr. T Tannenbaum and Mangini were building that thing the right way. Rex took it over and took it to another level, but that was Mangini's team, and they were built the right way, inside out. That's what I always say. You want to build it inside out. Nowadays, everybody gets caught up in the fantasy stuff. Oh, go get me this receiver, and this running back, and no, you got to build it inside out. And the Jets, it's why I didn't want Bowers a year ago. That was the tight end that they were trying to get, right? Or that people were talking about them getting
Warren.
last year.
Last year was Warren as
No,
well.
no, no. 2 years ago,
Two
I'm
years
talking
ago
about.
was Bowers. 2 years ago was
Yeah, I
Bowers.
had that argument with BT. I was saying, no, I want the lineman. He was saying, you want a tight end. I'm like, no, they don't need a tight end. I know Bowers is an absolute stud, but even with the Giants with Neighbors, I didn't want them to take Neighbors. I want them, at that time, I wanted them to take a quarterback. And if you don't love a quarterback, then trade down. I would not take a wide receiver that high unless it's the finishing piece or
Hmm.
potential finishing piece. So, as a matter of fact, I read something somewhere, Badabooms the other day, that I think this is the first time that a number one seed has had the league's leading receiver, is Smith and Jigba, whatever.
Hmm.
First time since Jerry Rice did it, like
Really?
3 times with the Niners back in the 80s and 90s. Point is that you don't need to have an elite receiver to win. You need either a great quarterback, a great defense, a strong offensive line, balanced attack. So I'm with you. I like the idea that they're building inside out. You just got to give it another year. I know Jeff fans have been patient forever. Don't go get the quarterback now. A little more discipline, continue to build inside out, then go get the quarterback. Maybe you get like Kirk Cousins something this year.
I don't hate that. I'm still burned by Cousins' documentary team. It feels like a decade ago now when he got an offer from the Vikings out of the Jets. But I do want to just to stay going into next year real quick and
Mhm.
not to branch out too much. There's been so
Well, please
much.
don't. I mean, remember who's in control of the show here, Bada
Oh, of
Booms.
course, but you want the Jet take. This is the place. This is the place to be. But especially from a Jet fan in my life who's I wasn't conscious enough to experience those playoff wins, so it means more to me. It's something else to me. Everybody's killing him for not firing Glenn. What if Muji knows, he's thinking of this step ahead, build the defense next year, and let's say, we're not satisfied with the 6 or potentially 7 wins. You see what I did there?
Yeah,
Six,
yeah,
7.
yeah.
But Mike Tomlin will have taken his year off. Maybe Mike Tomlin wants to coach again next year. As it stands right now, the Jets have 3 first-round picks. I'll burn one for Tomlin. I'll burn an arm for Mike Tomlin right now if I have to.
What else
But
would you get a haircut for Tomlin? Because it looks like you might need one.
yeah. Well, you don't
Okay.
like the Wisconsin offensive lineman haircut?
And we should say, Bada Booms, you were an offensive lineman yourself, so you know a little bit about building inside out, correct?
I tore my ACL playing ball. Ended my
Mm.
career effective immediately.
Did it hurt?
I tried to get up and start going again. And then I realized I'm not walking.
Really? And that
Yeah.
was it? Never played another snap, another down?
Yeah, no, the worst part, that was in a snow football game, not in an actual football game.
Would you play? You
So,
played at like high school or something?
yeah, so when it was
Okay.
snow, we'd go up to the field, and, of course, being the beast I am, I'd be the running back, Jerome Bettis. So I was toting the rock and getting 35 carries in a 30-minute long game, and, popped, and that was the end of ended my football career, started my broadcasting career.
I'm going to answer this first, and then you can answer this.
Hmm.
If you're Harbaugh, or really any head coach, but as it pertains to Harbaugh, we'll close with where we started. If you were in his spot and you could work in any one of those markets, New York, Tennessee, Atlanta, and we'll throw in Miami. I myself, like, you have to factor in everything. Yes, prestige matters. Yes, current situation and roster and all that stuff. I don't, the same way I don't think the Giants prestige matters. Like, I don't think the division matters either. People talk about, oh, maybe he'll go to Atlanta because the division sucks and you can win that division. Harbaugh doesn't give a shit about that. Come on, this guy can win anywhere he's been. I wouldn't worry about that. But if you look at quality of life and money's equal in all of it, to me, I mean, that's pretty hard to turn down Miami, maybe even Tennessee. I've never been, but I heard it's nice. But New York, as much as I love New York and I've never left New York, outside of Jersey, I come to Jersey, but whatever, it's the same thing. New York, New Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut, wherever you may be. I, I don't know, man. That's got to be a big factor in this as well. Bringing your family. You have a spot, Badabooms, that you would choose of those markets?
I'm not trying to be biased in any sense. I think my perspective on it would be the quarterback. Who do I think is the best quarterback
I know, I'm
for
asking you about the I'm asking you about the
Oh,
markets.
I know you're
And by
right.
the okay, and by the way, before you get to the markets, which I
Okay,
asked you specifically about,
my bad.
no, it's okay. But do you think that Harbaugh will end up with a better quarterback than what he had in
No,
Baltimore?
no, no.
And that's the point. So it's not like he's not
The
going to get a
greatest
better.
football player I've ever seen, he coached. He
Correct.
coached. The most athletic athlete that I've ever seen
Now
play
you're stealing
sports.
my thing. Yeah, you're stealing my
Is that
lines.
your thing?
Well, I mean, yes, I'm the one who said that Lamar Jackson is the best football player I've ever seen. What are you
Oh, look at that.
pretending?
We agree. No,
Yeah,
no, no. We look at that. We agree.
you're pretending you weren't listening to the BT and Sal show or me on the overnights. Come on, Bada Booms.
I
I know your
watched him
game.
kill my Miami Hurricanes at Louisville. I've seen him play before. I had hair, throughout my body. You know what I'm saying?
Were
But
you did you think he was going to go higher than what he did, Lamar?
yes, but then if you really think like there wasn't many prerequisite for athletic quarterback, at least in my time, like being interested in the draft. He was kind of the most athletically gifted quarterback that I've ever seen come out. I was shocked he went that far, but I always thought he was going to go to an organization that will give him room, give him time to grow.
What
The
year were you
Jets would have
born?
taken him.
Yeah, I know.
03.
God. Like I remember Michael Vick, that's why I'm talking about that, where Vick came out in 2002, I believe was his rookie season with Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first guy that it was like, wow. And
Mm-hmm.
to me, Lamar's just a better football player. But it's weird also for me, Bada Booms, to think like you weren't even born when Vic came out. That's like, come on, man. I
I mean,
mean,
I missed the whole dynasty. I missed the Jets' prime throughout the last 3 years of the '90s. I missed
all
Chad
right.
Pennington's career.
So can you wrap it up? I'm getting tired. What market? Give me the market, not the quarterback. You're not Harbaugh. Give me the market of what you think you yourself, Bada Booms, had an opportunity to go work in any of these markets or live there,
Mhm.
bring your family there. Where would you be going?
Oh, it's New York. It's 100% New York. I want to bring this, what once, like you said, once great franchise. The Giants at one point were a brand the same way the Yankees were a brand. You see the Yankee logo, you don't think baseball, you think New York. You used to be able to see the Giant logo and you think New York. Harbaugh can do that. And if I were Harbaugh, I would want to do that. And I mean, look who's in the same building as them. Look which street they share. There's not much competition there. Just, win 9 games next year and Harbaugh will be the talk of the town and they'll build a statue for him.
Bada Booms, I think you're failing to understand the question here. Let me try this one more time. Maybe third time's a charm with you. Forget the football for a second, right? Forget the building, forget the quarterback, forget the history, market. Like if you could live in Miami, have you ever left like New York or
I've been to Florida. I've never been to Miami, but I mean, New York. Why would you want to come out here?
how'd you become such a big Canes fan?
When I was young, there was a great linebacker named Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
I thought he was insane. I mean, that's really Ray Lewis started it. His motivation, the
Okay.
2010s Ravens team to me was, I mean, there's a hardball tie right there. Just so much aura, so much hard hitting, smash mouth football. If Ray Lewis told me to run through a wall right now head first, I would.
Okay. So Ray Lewis got you into that. Anyway, so have you been to Nashville before?
I have not.
And you've been to Florida, but not Miami.
No, correct.
Have you been to Atlanta?
I have not been to Atlanta, but I hear they got a lot of nice nighttime areas there.
Strip club. Have you been to a strip club?
No,
You are of age. You can go now. Have
correct.
you
I'm also
have you been outside of that basement that you're in or wherever you are?
who I can't tell you the location of this basement. This might be your basement.
That's true. That's true. Did we let him in here, honey?
Eh,
All right. So can you pick a fucking market for God's sake that it's still New York?
the greatest place in America. The city
Talk to
that
me.
never sleeps, even though they play in East Rutherford, New Jersey. My grandparents came to this country and went right to Brooklyn, New York. If I'm Jim Harbaugh, I go a little bit outside of New York, in East Rutherford, New Jersey, but it's still
Yeah.
in New York.
Well, you'd have to be in Jersey. You can't. He's not gonna live in. He's gonna live in Manhattan
You know what
and
I mean?
commute
It's
to
New
MetLife.
York.
No. Yeah.
It's New York.
I know, but I think as somebody who's a little bit more mature than
He's
you.
got a family. He's got a wife. It's not like he's,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
young spry guy.
but that's my point. And then you factor in taxes, like Miami, the weather. It's freezing out here. You wouldn't want to maybe be in Miami or even Nashville, where Nashville has nice country music.
Yeah,
And by the
you
way,
like country music?
eh, I mean, I love Taylor Swift. Are you a big Taylor Swift fan? You made a face like you were not. It's okay if you're not. You're entitled to your opinion, but I love her, and
Yeah, no,
I'm a new
I'm
Swiftie.
happy for you.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to make this like this is homework for you now. I am the teacher. You are the student. Can you watch the Taylor Swift documentary that is on Disney Plus? Are you familiar with this?
Are you paying for my Disney Plus?
Do you? Sure. I'll give you my passcode. Do you listen to Taylor Swift music?
Uh, the original stuff.
Like Opalite? Come on, man.
You're
Okay.
losing me
All
a
right.
little bit, man.
I'm losing. All right. So you choose New York?
I would choose New York. Well, again, not to deviate too much, I do understand the question, but when you talk
Are
about
you
markets, you
sure?
talk about place to live.
Are
Yeah,
you?
I do understand. I do understand. Are you talking about the,
Oh my
factoring in
God.
people who are going to be coming for my job or my head, depending on how I perform? Maybe, bald men who have microphones turned on. If that's a factor, then maybe I won't
No.
go to Nashville.
No,
If not,
I wasn't really factoring in the media. I was just saying like place to live, raise a family, enjoy the weather. Like most people prefer San Diego, right? It's like it's supposed to be the most beautiful. I've been there, but I don't know, I haven't lived there, but that's supposed to be like the most beautiful. That's all I was saying. It was really, I thought, a simple question, but maybe we'll have to brush up on this in between episodes. All right, Badabooms. It was very nice getting to know you. Yeah, anything else you want to chime in before I say goodbye here?
no, I'm just, get ready to take off. The Sal Licata Show 2026 is going to the moon, and we're not looking back, baby.
Looking forward to it, and happy, seriously, happy to have you a part of it. Bada
Oh, I do
booms.
have one more
Yeah.
thing, actually.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Even though
Yeah,
we'll be on in between now
yeah,
and then,
yeah.
you mentioned it a little bit, but we're not going to stop the
To
energy
you,
right there.
good
Uh,
luck to your
biggest
to
day of my
your.
life coming up on Sunday.
What do you mean Sunday? It's Monday.
Oh, Monday. You know what I
You
mean?
don't even know when the game is.
I know when the game is. I know when the game is. Easy. And that let me
All
see
right,
myself out.
all right, Bada booms. We'll talk to you later. All right, so there you have it. A lot going on in episode one as we try to get a feel for the podcasting world. I mean, it's not the first time I've ever done a podcast. I've done them before. I think it is going to be the first time it's like my own podcast on YouTube and downloadable wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe, like, message, comment. We also have an email set up. I'll give it next time. You could email. We'll get your questions involved here. But I liked it. It was fun. I mean, Bada Booms is a little, he could be a little bit much. I'm just getting to know him as well. So we're all getting to know each other together for the first time. But good to be able to talk about Harbaugh and Tucker and all that stuff. And like I said, the plan is to continue to churn out episodes each day. We'll have about an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it may be, about an hour each day episode. Shoot the shit, talk some New York sports, whatever else is going on in the sports world. Tomorrow, I guess, so if you're listening to it, whatever, episode 2, we'll preview the best weekend in all of sports with the NFL divisional round and those 4 games. So stay tuned for that. All right, that does it for episode 1. Enjoy your evening. Bye.